So we're buying Fire a Speedo, is what I'm understanding.
I mean,
yes?
essentially, yes. I just don't understand. I'll take the photos, Coco.
What?
I'll take the photos.
I don't know if that. I'm assuming that was very planned.
We'll start the OF right there. Actually, it was.
I mean, it was like half. It was half
Well,
planned, but
afterwards.
we were talking about it. We're like, fuck it, let's start the stream
even
that
Puppers
way.
agrees. You need
Yeah,
to get the banana hammock.
Oh my
I
goodness.
I don't know. For me,
it's for the beach episode.
If I were to just tie like what is essentially like a silk drawstring bag over my junk, and then wear that, it does nothing for the imagination. Everybody already knows what I basically.
Isn't that the point of a speedo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
the
yes,
conversation was talking about
I
why
already
it's
forgot
such
what it was
a.
about.
Why is it so important to just cover the nipple if you're just gonna have your boobs out? Like
Yes.
you already see 99% of everything.
Right.
What's the point? It's,
That's very fair.
it's doing nothing.
Yeah, like
Free
women
the
in a
nipple.
bra, I totally understand. Women with pasties, let's just
There's
let's just
like
go all out.
there's like a difference because then it's like.
Illegal.
Yeah,
But, you know, if you're out in public, is what I mean. You know, you gotta have the nipples
It's not in
covered.
Toronto. You can go out.
yeah,
with
but
your
that's
kids
the
in
thing though. It's like
I mean, yeah.
90% of it is already out. So why?
I know,
Yeah.
How
I
does
agree.
covering
This was-
that tiny piece make it illegal? all
My
of a
Yeah,
sudden?
favorite
this was the debate.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
my favorite is when people are like, "Oh, I'll just Photoshop a male nipple on top." That's the difference.
I am.
Yeah.
Yes,
Again,
I
I'm
have
like-
seen that online. Yes.
I love the male nipple pasties. Again,
also
I'm just
those,
like
yes, I've seen those.
I'm just like I get decency laws. I get it because
Yeah.
you just don't want to be out here with your junk all like
Yeah.
for anybody. I get it because nobody wants to be exposed to that unless they acquiesce. But for me, for my
Which is why we are
Catholic
formally
ass,
requesting.
Right, yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I'm gonna need you
Hi.
to sign that form in triplicate.
There we go.
I will.
24/7 acquiesce.
I will make it right now.
But yeah,
Wow.
like for my Catholic, for whatever conservative aspects of my life exist, like for me, I'm just like, if the titties are gonna be out, just let the titties out. Why are we pretending like pasties are doing anything for
Free
anybody?
the titties.
So, anyways, let me slip into
Free.
something more comfortable.
What a wild
Look at
start
the
to
token
this
blast
episode.
stream.
Hold on.
So can I.
Hold on, we should do a D&D hot tub stream.
Oh my god.
I'll buy the speedo for that one.
It'll be for the season finale. We'll do that.
The
For
season finale's a hot tub stream.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go.
All right.
We all
Unconfirmed.
gotta meet up with like
Find
I
a
have
big bad
5
old
years to get
board.
the perfect bikini body.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say with you guys. Yeah,
Alright,
we'll
cool.
take 5 years.
You got
you're
time.
right.
Took us 2 years to get to level 12, another 2 years to get to 20. We're gonna be good. We got
Yeah.
time.
It's fine.
It took
What
us
time
1
to
year to
diet?
get from water element to earth
Earth,
element.
yeah.
It's true. It's wild how.
Because it has been
Oh, I gotta
officially a
order.
year since we've beaten Gar.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which reminds me, I don't have money for body paint and or teeth.
Oh,
I don't have
that's-
anything. I don't have money for anything. I
Nah,
spent way
okay.
too much money on my
You're fine.
sister's wedding.
that's
It's
fine.
my fault. I had specifically
fine.
set aside like a sum of money to spend on the costume.
Oh, yeah.
And then my sister's wedding happened, and we all went out to downtown afterwards, and all of that money disappeared.
That
I don't know
is-
where it went. Don't ask
okay.
me for
Yeah,
receipts.
it got
Yeah.
clearly got stolen. Obviously.
Yeah, I was robbed
Yeah.
at the bar.
At the bar
Robbed
multiple
it.
times.
The tequila shots, they just came at me.
yeah,
What could I do?
like a gang.
It was
Yeah, I was
robbed.
trying to dodge them, and I just kept hitting. It was a bad time.
They pulled me out into the back alley and they mugged me.
They ran my credit card. They ran my credit card several times at that one bar where I was
I know,
dancing like
just-
a college white girl.
There you go.
Work.
Well, anyways, what a wild start to this session. Welcome everybody. Just ranted for
Oh, I
7
don't
minutes.
even have my character sheet open.
Um,
Holy shit! Hold on, I got it.
That's fine.
Life has been coming at me a mile a minute.
You're fine.
Nice.
Same. Yeah, you're fine. Anyways, welcome back everybody to Princess Apocalypse with the Ditherers of Dismay, session 99. One more week.
It's
I am excited and terrified for so many different reasons because I still need to make stuff and I have a week.
I believe in you.
Fine.
It's fine. We'll just drag out this conversation for 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah.
what we're gonna do.
There you go.
No, I'm sure that this conversation will last the week. That is fine. I am concerned to who and what that was.
What?
Penguin, what are you drinking?
Did you hear like a weird thumb metallic?
Sure, it kind of sounded like a duck, to be honest, but yeah.
What duck sounds
But
like
yes,
that?
it was. Well,
I
moving
know
on.
that.
When, when
Hold
people
on.
make
No,
like,
no,
ducks-
hold on. Time out.
No, we're gonna move
Outside
on.
of my-
Anyways,
Outside of my house, there's like a not a manhole cover, but there's like a grate, and it's not properly screwed down.
so when
So
drives
anytime anybody drives over it,
Gotcha.
it wobbles and makes loud noise.
Yeah.
It's so funny because everybody
Oh.
that's new that drops me off always runs over it, and they always freak out, and I just sit there calm because
just waiting
I'm
for them
so
to come and
used
be
to
like,
it.
it's fine.
and they're
So-
just like, "What was that? What happened? Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Oh right, you're new."
You're not.
So what happens if a duck walks over it? So
Well.
could it theoretically have been a duck?
It's true. See?
Hey,
Can't keep it away.
I got a question. What kind of weird ass fucking ducks y'all got up in Canada where Aurora
Anyways,
was like, that's
so-
a duck. That's very clearly an animal.
That's not what I said. Anyways, welcome
Sounded
everybody.
like-
Last time, our wonderful group had and we started very chaotically and then immediately jumped into emotional shit, which was a great jump into the game. Amethyst got a new trinket.
Almost made Cell cry.
This is true.
Not bad.
Wow.
Don't feel too proud of yourself.
Jesus. Moving on. You guys had an experience where the earth around you seemed to expand and crack open and bleed some kind of black mud ooze. You guys crossed a bridge and almost said the wrong thing and probably would have gotten knocked off 50 feet down into more hook cores. But you didn't. You said the right thing. You got buried because the earth shook again. Because Amethyst tried to communicate through it, and Ogremok was like, fuck you.
Was that what happened?
That's what I'm saying is happening. And you guys got buried by rocks. Then you found a meditation room. You guys relaxed. Had another short rest after getting smacked around with rocks. And did a little more exploring where you found a dwarf, oddly enough. And Nothics, I believe that's what they're called, right? Yes, Nothics that were hidden in like the crystals on the roof, that seemed to notice the invisible Nimbus. And just before you decided to go in opposite direction, you heard a familiar voice of Mirage, someone Amethyst wanted to talk to but did not get to because a lot happened in a very short time.
I was very stressed.
So you said you put a pin on your current, going to the Black Geode, finding Marlos, all that stuff, and chased after Marlos, or not Marlos, Mirage, and found him in a familiar room, at least to Atim, with a kind of mud flow river leading into this kind of pool fountain, a bunch of mud mephrites and earth elemental, kind of with this like grafted or grown kind of mineral and copper kind of armor. And Mirage was there, seeming to having a quick conversation in Aquan, for those that had Primordial. Why is the music so quiet? I can't even hear it. Might be the song, if it's even playing. And as you guys rounded the corner, still in your seeming, one of the mud mephrites mentioned that people were entering, and Mirage turned around, looked at all of you, and said, "Huh, you must be the Ditherers." And that is where we ended it.
I would like it noted that I did see the shifting tide symbol on his bag.
Oh,
somewhere.
yes. I don't remember if I said that on stream or if that was something I remembered after. But yes, looking at him, you could see again the kind of stone and mineral kind of like mantle with these kind of dark green robes and wrappings. with kind of on his belt was very much maximalism is how I imagined it. It's just a lot of whether it's vials, potions, pouches, and two technically holy symbols wrapped around the waist, and one of them, yes, you noticed as the symbol of a Hydra, which is kind of the wave that goes into that X, which the symbol of the shifting tides is that simpler version. And
the Mud Wizard?
The Mud Wizard, yes. He seemed to have that kind of in...
How do you make mud?
Yeah. There's so many jokes that went through my head.
Gotta get it a little wet.
Yes.
I was gonna leave that one alone.
How do you pronounce the name of Pelor's rival? I saw it in the notes, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It is. I don't even know. Joel, it's not. It is something that Coco made up on the spot, and I don't know why she decided to put an X and
it was just like. It just didn't make sense, and I was like, how the fuck it does not compute in my brain?
That is, it is not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
fucking
the X is usually like a CH sound in some culture, so he could be chef. Yes, chef.
Oh my god. But yeah, that was just fully Coco.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So it's fine.
My name is Chef.
Oh my lord. We're waiting for it. Anyways, that is where we're jumping into. As you guys kind of filtered out. Amethyst to the lead, Amdrus kind of next to, and the rest of you. I believe we had Zephyr at the back with our team because you were not here. But yes.
He said that in common, right?
Yes, he said that in common.
Okay. I do want to kind of take point on this one if y'all don't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, pop off. Amethyst will just, I guess, like, tell you, like...
Right, prepare for battle.
I really... I really want to talk to him about the Kalishtar.
Right. I'll make sure that you get your time with him. I promise we won't come to blows until then.
We're gonna share.
So anyways, bitch.
So anyways.
Who the fuck do you think?
Yeah. And for Penguin, because you missed it, just a reminder, this is that kind of shorter, kind of broad-shouldered, gray-skinned man with kind of onyx coal eyes, like very black, that kind of almost shimmers very slightly with like kind of light hitting it. You can see that around the kind of edges of his face, kind of it looks like his skin is almost cracking. And a closer look, you realize the skin is made of stone, and it is kind of cracking. And his hair looks slicked back, but it is in fact just like kind of layers of like jutting crystals of kind of a like dark like purple black is kind of how I imagined it.
So very much with probably the Blathert Brigade, but is wearing Shifting Tide clothing.
So the only Shifting Tide on is a symbol around tied around his belt. So he is wearing that kind of stone mantle and the kind of dark green leathers and robes. Yeah.
Effectively,
he's the belt.
But yeah, kind of around his waist is this thing tied.
This man needs some lotion.
People who know.
He needs some milk.
Yeah.
He needs some lotion.
Get this man a glass of milk.
God, need a lot worse enough because I'm going to moisturize this man.
All right.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna
Get the
ignore
mannequin.
that cell.
It's a Magnus joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, Amdrus, what are you doing?
I'll just kind of put my hand on I'll kind of put my hand on Amethyst's shoulder and kind of step forward. So like, right, first time we've seen somebody speak common down here. How do you know who we are? We could be anybody.
Correct. But
We could be anybody, but
We
do
can
you
be
know
anybody, but
Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Let me confirm that.
Sorry, let me rephrase that.
This
Let me
is
rephrase
real.
that so it makes more sense in my head.
Mhm.
Bold of you to assume that's who we are.
you'll see,
I don't know,
like,
whatever. Fuck it.
you did fine. You're fine.
It's okay.
He'll
You had a
kind of
moment, and we ruined it.
Yeah, blame everybody else. You're fine. You'll see him kind of like ever so slightly smirk, and he will just say, "Well, I don't recognize you, and we kind of know everybody that walks through. There's 5 of you. We know your group, and well, I assume what was her name? Hatara was the leader of your group."
Hey, I forgot.
Just a process of elimination.
Because I was like, wait, how does he know her?
A simple process of elimination.
But yeah.
You're more than welcome to keep up this disguise, if you'd like. If it makes you feel comfortable.
I see you follow the old one down below. Are you also a member of the Tides?
Not quite.
The
Why?
tides that shift.
Yeah.
Why do you
What is
ask?
your connection with them? I see their symbol all over there. That very nice belt of yours.
Thank you. But you are asking plenty of questions. Why should I answer?
Maybe we can be of assistance towards each other.
Perhaps. And what can you give me?
What are you looking for?
Well, you want knowledge? So give some knowledge. Fair trade.
Are we still mind linked? I'm assuming we're all
Yes.
still
Yeah.
mind linked.
Yes, you guys are still.
Do you want me to take over?
I'm gonna quickly just like cue into everybody. I'm like, how are we feeling about this?
Knowledge. I don't know about knowledge.
Do you mind if I try?
Welcome to take point at this one. On this one, I'm seem to be floundering a bit.
A bit. She said.
If I drop seeming, do you guys think we should just drop seeming?
No, leave it.
No? Okay.
No.
I can just bring it back up.
You could, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
but,
it would
like,
be
I
another
was-
spell
I
slot.
would have to recast it, but like I
Yeah.
can bring it back.
Oh no,
There's
then
no
just keep
reason.
it for now. Yeah.
But he doesn't know
Okay
who
for
we
now.
are. He still doesn't know who we are. He knows
He
our
hasn't
group,
seen our
but he
faces.
doesn't know what we look like, so he can't like
Yeah.
immediately scry
Okay.
on us.
Yeah. Well, you can scry on me. Well, I
This is
don't know. Can he scry on me if he doesn't know my real name?
Doesn't matter. He still knows
Ooh.
of you and who you are. Well, like
Yeah,
has seen
true.
you before and met you.
It'd be a
True.
higher DC.
Yeah.
You told me that you knew something about the Kalishtar.
You'll see him, and again, for refreshing everybody's mind, and as well as Penguin, the way this man kind of holds himself is very like back straight, very scholarly or inquisitive.
Studious.
Yeah. And very unlike.
He looks like a fucking nerd.
Yeah. Everybody that you have met through the Black Gate, a lot of them are more militaristic
Yes.
or casual or full of themselves. This one
All of
just
the above.
all of the above.
like prim
yeah.
and proper.
Yeah, he just seems very like curious. He doesn't seem to be aggressive.
Yes.
And yeah, that's true.
It's because he has status.
Um
We're in their domain. He has home court advantage.
yes, and he's
Yeah.
got plenty of friends.
Yeah.
And which you will see the Mudfrits, like they're kind of like watching, and then some of them are now just going back to playing in the mud. But the Earth Elemental has turned and is just silently like a statue, just watching, like a bodyguard or something. And he'll look towards you, Amethyst.
It's a muddy kiddie pool.
Yeah.
Babies.
Babies. And he'll just go and goes, I recognize that voice. You are this Hatara, yes?
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Just Kurt, yes.
Deception. Disadvantage. Let's
Serving
go.
Kurt.
Yeah, you have disadvantage.
11.
Beautiful. Forgot you had disadvantage. he looks at you and goes, I perhaps do.
DM, moving forward, since this conversation is common, I would like to offer the help action to anybody making any persuasion or deception checks.
Okay. You just have to jump in and say what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Are you just
like
manning?
in the background? Yeah.
Well, I mean, we already rolled it, but I was going to try to like reinforce the Hitara thing before you rolled. But moving forward,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, if you want to jump in and say like, oh, I want to help and say this, no problem.
Yeah.
You'll be like the Obama anger translator.
Exactly.
What? Anyways.
I love those videos.
I just want to know what you know about them.
I have pieced together some things.
Originally, if I tell you about me, would you offer that information?
Perhaps. Information for information works. So, what do you know?
I will encode thoughts.
Oh.
Ooh, okay, well, I can't help with that.
No.
Okay.
And I will mainly show the temples.
Okay. This is something he has to touch, so are you walking up to him when doing this? Or what do you do?
Here. Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. He'll like step forward to you if you walk up to him and listen this.
I'm typing a message of what I'm telling.
Oh,
what
okay.
I'm gonna show him.
Okay. Just Okay. You'll see him as you are casting this. He doesn't seem to be like too phased with you casting a spell or anything. And he just goes, a unique spell. And a quite useful one. He seems to recognize it. And he will reach out his hand and touch the ribbon. And you'll see his eyes kind of glaze over, almost kind of shimmer for a moment. And just go, huh. Well, that is quite interesting.
So you can understand my desire to know.
Yes. Well, that makes sense, based on what you had mentioned before. Well, from what I had gathered, finding shreds of information here and there, piecing it together through years, they were not a species. So it is odd that these, what were they called? The keepers. Thought they were. But perhaps I am the mistranslation. I don't know. But as far as I understood, they were not a species, but a people. Like someone from a city. The city called Kal Ishtar. Him saying that if anyone is proficient in history, you can make a history check.
I have jack of all trades. Can I roll anyways?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. God, I love being a bard.
Goodness gracious.
I don't have anything in.
Time for I'll tell you
21.
Roll, baby.
21,
Oh
okay.
my god. Oh, we're all mind linked. It's fine. You can just tell me.
24.
20.
Ooh, let's go. You go, Glen Coco.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give myself guidance just to fuck it up a little
Sure,
bit more.
yeah.
27.
27. Okay. Amdrus, you have no idea. You've never heard
Was
of
it
this before.
21? Jesus.
Joel it takes a bit.
You know one thing.
But you remember back at the temple, growing up, learning everything. Once you got through most of it, there was some deeper history that is kind of briefly talked about. You remember being taught that there was once a great city that took to the sky, a flying city of incredible magic and incredible feats that dared to question the gods, to uprise above them. It ended in a massive war known as the Sundering, and it ended with that war lasted a long time, and it ended with the creation of the Divine Gate. So major moment in history, and this was probably like 800 to 1,000 years ago, kind of situation. El Ishtar was one, and the way it's spelled is K-A-L and then like apostrophe I-S-H-T-A-R. You had only heard it called Ishtar, not Kal Ishtar. So you're not sure what the Kal is. You knew there was also other, like, there's supposedly other, like, flying cities as well of this one, but you remember the Ishtar being at least one of them. And that was because you got a 27.
Was the DC 25?
It was very high, yes. Sorry. This is not common knowledge. And it's not
common knowledge. Get out of here.
Thanks, I know I'm rare.
Who are you?
Who are we? What are we doing? But it's just like a tale of history of, you know, the gods triumphing against strong, powerful wizards trying to, you know, think they're better than gods. It's just kind of a cautionary tale of, you know, knowing your place, I guess, in a sense. Yeah. Where was I? Sorry.
Do you relay that to Amethyst at all?
Yeah, I would tell them. Yeah.
Okay.
But perhaps I was wrong. Maybe it was a race of people.
Honestly, the Keepers didn't tell us much.
No. There is not much information from the Age of Transcendence.
Why would they... Is there anything else that you would know about them?
As far as I can get is, they were very powerful mages. Built a flying city, a few of them, I believe. And tested the gods. Some, supposedly, were able to master and stand with them. The gods, I mean. Supposedly.
They became gods.
Supposedly.
Do you know which gods?
That I have not been able to figure out, you know. Again, information is very difficult to come by. I know the names of the cities, at least the 3 that I found. There seems to be references of others, but I don't know.
Do they still exist? In me thinking in my head out loud to the group.
Do they still exist?
No, long destroyed. Like I
Really?
said.
Then why bring them back now?
That is a good question. I would love to know. But I think you are asking the wrong person.
I can't exactly go back to the mountains after leaving.
Well, perhaps we make a deal then. As he just walks up.
Shut up.
Hi. You said my favorite word.
You're like the HM whore.
Yes.
Yes,
We
the
put
moose
surf
flavor
on
Pokemon.
him.
Yeah.
He's got cut.
Yeah. He's just getting strength now. He was
What kind
Oh,
of
sorry.
deal?
well. Unfortunately, it seems based on deduction and what I could base off of your lies and what you had on you and what you looked like. You're here to stop Marlos? Yes? The Prophet.
We're here to affect some change of sorts.
He like looks at you and kind of giggles and goes, well, so am I. How ironic.
Wonderful.
More like stopping the end of the world type of thing, but okay.
Change nonetheless.
Well, end of the world has happened multiple times through history, and we're still here.
I'd rather not be a part of the next one that's about to happen. If I could prevent it.
Well, then never mind.
What are you looking for? Hold on. Before we start saying no. What are you looking for? Maybe we can come to a compromise.
Well, see, I need Marlos. Unlike many of the members, they would love to usurp him, take the power he has. I do not wish to, but he is needed. There's much to learn about the elements. He is a key part. You leave. You move on. And I can get that information for you. Looks back to you, Amethyst. You tell me where to go, and I'll tell you what I find.
I'm gonna very quickly jump into Amethyst's mind.
Yeah, I'm in
you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's asking you. You understand what he's asking you to do right now?
I
Correct?
do. It's not worth it.
What do you want to do?
You can stop me if I'm wrong, but looking at you and seeing the designs on your fingers and chest, and the curious lantern on your side, I assume it was not Ogremok.
Fucking see you.
No, he's seen you before.
Oh yeah.
He-
Right. I forgot.
yeah. He can tell by your voice that it is you.
Walked in.
Which is what he said. It was, and that curious lantern on your side, not really the color scheme of Ogremok, and it's not very sand-based, so it does not suit us. I assume you are connected to Zaina, Queen of the Crystals, Queen of the Tao.
Is that a problem?
Well, they are exact opposites. I assume that is why you are here. Yes.
I'm here to stop Ogremok from flattening the planet.
Well, and you'll see, sorry, lose my voice apparently. You'll see his eyes almost like shimmer, almost like there's like a light, you know, when like a light shining into a crystal and you can kind of see through it. It's almost like a light appears behind his eyes and they kind of shimmer this kind of dark black gray. And he'll just go, it is funny you say that. And he like looks to everybody.
I'm sick of hearing his voice. I'm gonna cast
Oh, no.
silence
I was
No.
gonna say. Hold on.
I need
hold on, hold on.
We're all dead.
something
We're all
else.
dead.
No,
We're all dead.
I
I
need
cast a
something
silence
else.
on him.
Yeah,
We're
you
all
cast
dead.
silence, and he just goes.
All right, we're going. We're doing this.
He just
Okay.
seems unbothered.
He's just unbothered.
And then I want to hit him in the face with a guiding bolt.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay.
All right, then roll initiative,
Here we go.
and you can do that on your turn.
Damn it.
Natural one.
It'll be a while because I rolled a 2.
Yeah, that's great.
Amethyst still had
Hold
things.
on.
Amethyst has so many
It's fine.
questions left, Coco.
Oh, great.
It's okay.
I mean, you guys can still obviously talk.
We can't. He just got silence.
Yeah.
You can't.
I literally
Well, the
can't
one-
do anything anyway.
I mean, you can walk out of silence and still talk. All right. Well.
Oh, initiative. Me.
Um.
Okay, let's get.
We shall move you over.
Okay, great. Love that. Horrible. 6.
Yeah. I got a 4. Somebody got. She got a 2.
Goodness gracious.
But they got a 2. Sorry.
I would have been standing next to Amethyst. Just FYI.
Yeah,
And I would have been
you guys can
right
kind
next to
of-
Amdrus.
You would have been up as well. Okay.
Yeah, I would have been right next to Amdrus.
So then, if that is the case, you'd probably be in your own silence, which means you wouldn't be able to cast a spell anyways. If you
Does
cast-
Guiding Bolt have a verbal?
Yeah.
I'm
It
pretty
should.
sure.
I don't
Not
think
everything
does.
does.
Oh, maybe it does not. I assumed it was. Regardless. So, 25 to 20.
21.
Oh, it does have a verbal.
Zephyr, 20. Oh, did.
Zephyr, the only one that rolled high.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I rolled. Cool. 20 to 15. Oh shit. 15 to 10.
14.
14.
You could position it so he's on the edge of the silence, but if you're gonna be standing next to me,
I figured you were still
There's
back
no
there,
way.
and you did say you cast it on him, so
Where are we?
so he's in like the middle of it.
he'd be in the middle of it. Yeah, if you guys think you would have moved up, you can move up a bit.
Do I still have Zindig out?
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, so I guess they
where
wouldn't
was
have
I?
shot him with the Guiding Bolt.
Okay, well,
Because I couldn't have.
would have been your turn anyways. Sorry, where was I? There was 14 for Amdrus, nobody else within 10 to 15, or 15 to 10. I guess 10 to 15. Okay, 10 to 5.
6.
Okay. Oh, why am I even... Oh, I did. Oh, that's because I rolled the same number for all of those. It's fine. You said 6, sorry.
Yeah.
A team, and Amethyst, Joel was a 2?
4.
4 in total?
4. Yeah. 4
Amethyst,
total.
you got a natural 1?
Yep, for a total of 2.
Roll 2. Am I missing something? Oh boy. Hold on. Hey, I'm running out of room. I should have grabbed a new piece of paper. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, with the casting of silence, where did you place it? Then.
Centered on them.
Centered on it, right? And that is a 20-foot radius, right? I remember correctly.
Yes. 20-foot radius sphere.
Radius sphere. Oh my god, so 40 feet? Shit, fuck. Thank you, whoever was doing that.
Me.
I appreciate it. I think it's right. 1.
What?
Maybe it's like that. And then, well, it's a sphere, so it's being a bitch. I don't know how to do spheres. That might be right. Was
There
that
you go.
20? Oh, that was almost right.
Pretty close.
Okay, so I was right the first time. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you cast silence, kind of all around.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No notes.
He just kind of seems unbothered by it. Zephyr, you do go first. Oh, I forget that you can like keep it. Actually, that's great. Forget that you can like lock it in place now.
Okay, so all of these guys are also here too. These things, these creatures.
Yeah.
The methods, yes.
I did mention that a couple were playing in
The
mud, so we'll do that. Actually, this one, yeah,
moody methods.
we'll put them like that. I don't know. Scattered
Oh
about.
gosh. Okay, so this is the silence ring for meta knowledge.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like Zephyr would kind of be in a slight panic. She wouldn't know what to do and what's happening, and so she's gonna ask in the mind link, "What are we doing? Like, are we supposed to be attacking him? Like, what's happening?"
And you guys
And-
are all connected in mind, so you can reply. It's speed of thought.
No
So
idea.
Joel, because I have no idea why the fuck this just happened.
It was all going downhill anyway. Things were just there was a fight coming any moment. He was preparing for it.
I was literally about to ask him about.
We hadn't even finished the deal yet, or whether there was going to be one.
Yeah, no, there is no fucking deal. Because his
I know,
deal
but this is my lore.
I don't. Well, I mean, I don't.
Oh,
It's. This is not about doing deals with him. This is about saving the world. This is about stopping Ogremart, and he doesn't want that. So he's against everything that we're trying to do. And I understand you want to learn more about your past. I can
Amethyst
appreciate
would,
that.
yeah, she would just tell you she was not going to make a deal to not stop Ogremok. She's too committed to Zaina for that.
all right. Zephyr, anything you're doing?
I'm going to hold Firebolt for now. I'm gonna move over here a little bit.
Okay.
Just here. I'm gonna do that. I think that's enough. Yeah. And I'll hold Firebolt.
Probably have-
And I'm gonna wait to see what Amethyst does. If she attacks, then I'll attack.
Okay. Okay. Then Amdrus, your turn.
Okay.
I also rolled very bad on initiative for everybody. What are you doing? Oh, I should probably potentially get ready for battle music. Putting how this goes. Why is things not
I'm
loading?
going to hold. You know what's great about being a bard? All of my spells are verbal.
To be fair,
Yeah.
very few are not verbal.
Yeah, in general though.
Yeah.
In general, very few are not.
For sure.
Oh, counterspell isn't verbal. Fuck yeah.
It's
No,
not? Shit.
No,
I didn't know.
Mm-mm.
it's just somatic.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Although they make it verbal in BG3.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they say little things for every spell.
Yeah. There's no components in BG3.
Tell you what, I'm gonna back up a few spaces.
Okay.
I'm going to hold ice spear.
Okay. That does not have a verbal.
If it's a somatic and material.
Okay. You have the material.
It's
as
a
long as
drop
it's
of
not,
water.
As long as
I
you
was gonna
have-
say as long as it's not a gold piece or
a
gold
gold
price.
thing.
No, it's a drop of water. I'm gonna start the spell, but I don't want to make it obvious. I'm like it's a damage spell. I just want to back up, hands up, and like just frost will start to form at my fingertips a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
If Amethyst decides to strike, I would like to follow up with an ice spear.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, ice spear. Yes. Alrighty. With that, it is Mirage's turn. And he kind of looks over at you, kind of holding a spell, and looks at Zephyr holding a spell, looks back at you, expectantly, and then looks at Joel, as if to say, kind of mime, is this what we're doing? You can back out. And I remember correctly, he will hold an action. But he will stay right where he is. On that note, the elemental, seeing you cast a spell and having this ready, you'll see it kind of grab down into the ground and pull out, like from the ground, this like massive maul made of stone and get ready. And it will shift, because you were the one that cast the spell, Joel, right to you and hold its action, knowing you were the one that started this. Team, your turn.
Oh, fuck. All right, everyone's dying. Eldritch Blast. No, I'm just kidding.
Bam!
Bam. Yeah, I'm just going to. Oh shoot, dude.
Oh, I didn't click. Oh, music. My bad. I just realized, like, it's not playing without music. I forgot to hit next.
I am going to. How many of these do? Cool. I will smoke and mirrors, or just do my own form of mirror image.
All right.
And so I will create 3 illusory duplicates of myself out.
Okay.
You'll see, like, this is the first time I've ever casted this. So I imagine this to be sort of the natural sort of winds that are around me sort of seep out and become more visible and tangible, and then take mirroring shapes of a
Okay.
team.
Just kind of these, like, wisps of air. Beautiful. Love it. Okay, that's your action. Anything else you're doing? Is that that's not a concentration spell, right?
No.
No. Is
And that's it.
silence is, right? I believe.
Yeah, concentration. Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay. You moving at all? That team?
No, I'm gonna stay right there.
Joel. There's this like looming earth elemental over ready in case you do anything else. And Mirage seems to dug his feet into the ground a bit, ready just in case, but seems still relatively unbothered. But unable to say anything because in silence. So that's all you get. What are you doing?
So I guess in my mind, I will. One second. That is a good question. Sorry.
I see. Private chat.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
so confused.
Can I just? I want to hold my action.
Sure.
I want to hold. I don't know what I want to hold. I just want to. I want to hold.
Hold Ray.
I don't even have
Oh,
Ray.
you don't have Ray yet. I forgot.
Ataim killed Ray.
Forgot.
It's not my fault. I'm sorry.
No, no,
It's not my
no.
fault.
I'm
Atane
just-
didn't kill Ray.
I'm
Atane
gonna
just-
hold-
Life Aura
just-
killed Ray.
You just called
Exactly. It
too
wasn't
close.
Atane. It was the confusion spell, other effects. It wasn't directly Atane. It's fine. Sorry,
Yeah, I'm actually I'm
Amethyst, you're on
I'm
deck.
gonna take the dodge action.
Okay, yeah. Seeing that, you kind of pull up your shield and get ready to block or jump out of the way of anything. Beautiful. Amethyst, your turn. And don't forget, you guys can speak in your head. Again, we'll allow a decent amount of conversation per turn because it's just thinking. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna mind link with him.
Oh, shit. I do believe this will drop, right? Does that
Oh,
drop
that's fine.
the other?
Yep.
I don't know if I specified that. Okay.
I don't know, but if it does, it does.
I would think it would.
accept it.
You're connecting your mind elsewhere.
Yeah.
So you guys feel all the
so-
mind link disappear from everyone's
Yeah.
head.
Amdrus is alone with his thoughts again.
I kind of imagine it. She almost like yanks it closed. She's
Okay.
not thrilled.
Yeah.
Like
a door slammed in your face.
yeah, basically. And she's going to mind link with I know his name's not Marlos because that's the other guy.
Yeah.
But I keep but
Mirage.
the other option is Mirage
Yeah.
because otherwise I just keep calling him Mudman.
I mean,
That
they
also
probably
ran.
call him that. He probably wouldn't be bothered by it.
Yeah. Yo, ayo, Mudman.
Mudblood.
Means something very different in this universe. So
I know.
who knows how
it's
he'll
so
react.
funny. I know.
And she's going to mind link with him
Mhm.
and just be like, apologies. You were saying?
That's a good question. What was I saying?
I don't know.
A lot happened. He just you almost sense
He made a comment about me being connected to Zaina.
Ah, right, yes.
And then his eyes went all weird.
Yes. Which his eyes still kind of have that glittery sense to it. And he just goes, well, that is okay. Not everybody is as willing to gain information. Some people don't really want it. Ironically, I was thinking of him. He seems to be of celestial nature, yes?
Possibly.
If you want to drop the seeming, trust me, if you drop the seeming, I will not, well, as long as you do not kill me. I can lead you anywhere you would like.
Including to Marlos.
Sure. I have a feeling he'd like to talk to you.
My deal with Zaina includes me killing Ogremok, or stopping Ogremok, I should say.
A warlock, then.
Among other things.
Clearly. Alright, well, that's probably all you can do. Don't want to have too long of a conversation in 6 seconds.
I'll keep the mind link with him open.
He'll just say, this will be easier if we could talk. But that would be the last thing.
He's basically just gonna go. Can I bonus action drop seeming then?
I think it's just a free action.
Oh, cool. Then I
You
will
can
drop
just
seeming.
Drop it. So all of you in this holding, suddenly your image is gone and you can see each other, and he'll like look across and go, and like take in each of you. Anything bonus action movement?
No.
Do you want to gesture anything? You can, because you can't speak out loud.
No.
Okay.
No, she's just gonna like stare him down.
Okay. You'll see a couple of the Mephrites like pop out of the of like their kiddie pool time and see everything going on, and immediately like lock in and are like in the fight, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? Hold on.
What did we miss?
And you will see because I rolled them in 2 groups of 3s and rolled 2 1s for each.
Mom yelled at me during pool time.
Yeah, and they're just like, what's happening? You'll see the other ones that are like kind of sitting there, just like, I don't know what to do. And the one that's closest to Mirage, kind of flying there, the one that had mentioned that you guys had walked in, turns and jumps into the mud. Just kind of dives into it. Everyone else is kind of just like, what's going on? They're now paying attention. So, unless you want to release the spell you were holding, Zephyr, it is now your turn. And you kind of lose that spell. Well, you don't lose the spell slot, but you know what I mean?
Okay. My roll 20 is being weird, sorry.
That's okay. The mind link seemed to be slammed shut, and you are visible as a red dragonborn.
Oh, our
Once
mind
again.
link is closed?
Yes,
Yeah.
the mind link
Yeah.
is closed
But
now.
Amethyst has not cast anything else.
Yeah, because I believe like your
besides-
normal mind link is in action, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure, but I should have asked.
I guess if you
I-
want to say that I gestured like a hand up to just kind of not.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you like drop
Yeah.
the seeming, and then you could just be like, if
Yeah.
you like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, just I totally forgot that Zephyr was holding a spell.
Yeah, 2 of them were.
Yeah.
Me and
Amdrus
Amdrus
was-
are.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so if you give some kind of gesture of like, it's okay, or she will she'll stop holding a spell, but I feel like she'd be on guard a little bit and kind of like ask, what's going on? Is everything okay now? And like directing it towards Amethyst. And is silence something that you can tell if you walk into, or no?
Yes, because he's.
I would imagine the lack of sound.
Yeah, because you
would be
basically
the
go.
clue.
Oh,
We're on the outside.
are you technically
Yeah.
deafened in silence? Because I know you're immune to thunder damage, but I don't know if you're considered deafened in it. But I don't think so,
I don't-
right?
I was gonna say I don't think any noise penetrates a silence bubble.
Let me see.
Does silence specify?
No
Because
sound can
otherwise,
be
you guys
created
would
within
not.
or pass through.
Oh, so I
Yeah.
can't.
So
actually
you-
hear.
So Amethyst can't even hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say this and there's no reaction, and like that's not looking at
Oh
you?
yeah, it says right here. Creatures are
Okay.
deafened
Yeah,
while
okay.
entirely inside.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure. I know they're immune to thunder damage, and I was like, does that mean they're deafened? I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like she's gonna do one of those like things where she's gonna walk closer to Amethyst, probably realize that something's happening, and then be wary and walk back, but still be on guard.
Okay.
So she's gonna stay in the same place, but she's gonna.
Plus, you also
Yeah,
did. You saw that Joel cast.
Yeah, you would have
silence
seen
before.
Joel,
We've seen,
and
and
you've
we've
seen
seen,
it before.
we've
Yeah.
seen Joel cast
right.
silence. We've seen Joel.
But
cast
it would be
silence
very
before.
Zephyr to say something. Go. Oh right.
Yeah, you might
silence.
still say something and then
Yeah.
be like,
Okay.
"Oh,
Yeah.
right."
We're just gonna do that. She's down. She wouldn't have remembered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
No.
Okay. Alright.
I'm gonna come over to the side a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you have that movement.
I can get a better shot for Amethyst to see me.
As you're like,
Just like
what's happening? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Amdrus. Back to you.
do
You're holding that
SLSs over-
spell, and then it.
through Zindig, just like lights, no light, light. No light.
Green light, red light. Green light, red light.
DM, I would like to make an opposed athletics check against Joel and drag him
fighting
out
again.
of the silence spell.
Sure. Unless Joel goes willingly,
Stab him.
as Amdrus comes and grabs you.
And, like, just grab you by the shoulder and like start pulling you out.
Do you think you would just have let him?
I think you're muted.
You're muted, but I'm pretty sure you said yeah.
I'm not muted.
Oh,
Oh.
it just didn't pick
No,
it up.
you're
Never
good.
mind. Okay, yeah. So Amdrus, like, that's just you dragging him out. I believe it's technically half movement to drag somebody, but
Yeah,
You
well,
could
I
easily-
used 10 feet already, so I have 20 feet, so I can get
yeah.
Coco out.
At
yeah.
the very least, yeah, right outside.
Joel, yeah, I can get Joel out. And when I pull him out, when I start to hear like ambient cave noises and stuff,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, "We are not here. Yeah, just Christ, can we just find out what this man knows and then beat his ass?"
You'll see like Mirage
And that will
looking.
be that
Can't
will
hear
be my
you.
action. As I'm like very obviously like chastising
Sure.
Joel.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll just see Mirage
No.
kind of like a slight smirk, like inquisitive, kind of like, what's happening?
I'm looking at Joel and I'm like, the second we get the okay from Amethyst, I promise you we will beat this man to the ground. Can we are those terms you accept?
You can reply.
Oh, I wasn't sure if I.
Shortly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
minorly, yes. A short reply is fine.
Whatever you say, Amdrus.
He says annoyed.
This guy's a fucking cunt, and I can't wait to kill him. And we are not going to just bow down and let the end of the world happen because of this cunt. We're gonna fucking kill him.
I'll wait
Nobody
for
wants
respond on Coco's turn.
that. Me right next to it. Well, no one's saying we're going to do that.
yeah.
Least of all Amethyst.
Yeah, that's entirely her pact, and she's very much about deals. Clear and
Oh.
concise.
You
I don't know
all
how
make
much more I
stupid
can-
deals. I
don't know
can't
how
trust
much
you
more-
all not to make stupid deals for stupid power and
Hey,
stupid
hey,
knowledge.
first
None
of
of it
all-
fucking matters when the
Just
world
shove
is
them back
fucking
into the
ending.
silence.
Amethyst didn't make a deal during the
Has
world
an
ending.
agreement.
Hey, you're not hearing any of this anyway.
I know. I'm
Anyway.
just defending my
Definitely.
girl.
On that note,
The three of us are just arguing outside the bubble, looking
Yeah,
like
as you guys are
vagabonds.
arguing. Mirage, in your head, Amethyst, just says, "So I was right. You are the Ditherers. I figured."
Fuck him.
Fun.
Wow.
Fuck him.
Rude and disrespectful. That
And he just
too.
goes,
That and what?
"It seems your friend does not like me. It seems the others potentially agree. At least disagree at the moment for what he did. And you clearly want more information. So am I calling off my elementals?"
Yes. But I'm not making. This is not me making a deal
Oh.
with you or Ogremok.
I do not speak for Okamok. Do not worry.
I just want to make myself very clear, that's all.
And he'll look to you, Joel, and go, like, are you dropping this?
And can I also just go,
Yeah, just follow it. Do you drop it, Joel?
Well, on my turn, I was planning on it. Yeah.
You know,
Amdrus yelled at me.
I believe it's a free action, so you could just do it. No,
Oh.
shut up, sir.
First, we'd like to thank the crowd for being here. You've been really great so far.
So, do you drop it?
Yes, I drop it.
Okay.
Fuck this dude, though.
No, absolutely. Fuck this
we
dude.
will.
Well,
Let me
hold
have
on.
my time.
Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
Get all the
I already
Genasi, got
offered
a
the
water
voice
I think
Genasi,
was about to
Genasi,
whiz
and
up the
Earth
mud
Genasi.
wizard.
Hey. Okay.
You want to add another element in
enough.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All you'll need
He's
is
on
fire.
Obviously, okay. I'm the
I
avatar,
think he's about to
baby.
take a mud bath.
I'm a master of all 4 elements.
As it drops, we will jump out of initiative, and you'll see in Terran, we will say, look to the Earth Elemental, who didn't hit you as you were dragged away, and so technically couldn't, because it's force movement, and is like looking towards you and turns, and he just goes, and in Terran, so in Primordial, he'll say, "It's fine, lower the guard for now." And you'll just see the Earth Elemental just kind of like put the like hammer there, but keeping an eye on you, Joel. Why is this so dramatic?
Oh, okay. My mirror image is gone.
There. Oh yeah, it only lasts a minute, right?
You know, yeah.
So eventually it will disappear.
Into columns of smoke.
Yeah. All right. Mirage just kind of looks at you and goes, "What? Our conversation. Where were we?"
You had asked us to spare Marlos, which I will not make any promises to at all. I hope you can understand.
I understand deals. Yes. But deals can be broken, but yes. I understand not everybody is so hasty. Kind of looks at Joel with a smirk.
Just fuck you, mud dude.
But unfortunately, he is useful for me and for what I need him for.
Which is bringing about the end of the world,
No.
getting to the Earth plane.
Well, that would be a fun trip.
Is there room in this deal to stop the ritual yet keep him alive for your purposes?
Ah, you mean the communion that he is currently
Yes.
in? Ah, not quite a ritual.
Regardless.
I mean, sure, I could tell him to stop. Who knows, he'd listen. Doesn't really follow orders. You haven't met him yet, have you?
No.
No, I've seen his writing though.
Well, that should tell you quite a lot, actually.
Why? Sorry, I have just so many questions.
Which is fine.
But I hope the information that I had given you is sufficient enough to at least have paid for that.
Potentially. Kind of looks at everyone and
We've-
goes, "It's just not only you that could give me information, if you want. I have some questions of my own."
I mean,
would be
you
happy
were-
to answer any questions.
Like
you have,
fire
if that's my
away. Muddy daddy.
Stop.
Oh boy.
Italian, are you sure you're not part of the water elemental? Because you fucking thirsty, boy.
Hey,
He stepped his
hurricanes
toes
are a
in that.
thing.
Sure. They take what they want.
I'm
Aggressively.
out here collecting all the elements.
Anyways.
He's got like a water daddy, now he's got a mud daddy.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
I know you said you don't know much about the Kalishtar, but you need to understand just how much I feel Despite being linked and some weird dreams that I had in the beginning, I don't know much. And my counterpart also does not know much.
Your counterpart, this spirit that you fused with, yes?
Hitara, yes.
Ah. Then what is your name?
Amethyst.
Right on the nose.
She's gonna just roll her eyes a little bit. Yeah, you're not the first one to tell me that.
I feel like you probably hear a chuckle of Hitara just kind of... She seems to like him. You get the sense of him going, I kind of like him.
In my brain, I'm just like, down, girl.
He just says, well, I assume, based on the little bit of knowledge and the extra from you, and he kind of like seems to, he almost seems like he is himself trying to figure things out based on what he knows and what you've given him, and kind of trying to like maybe make some educated guesses. And he just kind of goes, well, I assume this Hitara is one of them from the city, one of the powerful mages. I know that they were quite obliterated from what I could tell. I read some ancient religious texts that brought it up a few times. I believe... I believe Aurora was a big one. He looks towards you, Joel, and goes, ironic that you have each side of...
And then looks... Pelor was one of the gods...
Wait, what? What was one of the wizard things that opposed the things and then helped the gods and then became a god?
Is that Joel saying that, or is that Coco?
Maybe both?
He looks at you and then looks at Achi and goes, it seems you have plenty sides. Oh, that is quite ironic. You all found each other. No. Hello
like
has always...
I don't know why.
Sure, if you are as religious as you seem. Based on the vestments, I mean. You have, like, vestment armor. Like, detailed
He's basically
armor.
just saying if you really are a cleric.
No, he doesn't know how religious you are.
If you are
but you
beholden to your faith as much as you look like you are.
Yes, that is what he's saying. He makes educated guesses based on what he's saying and how you're acting and what he senses. And
Joel basically just has like a sweater that just says Pelor is my great god. It's like, how do you know?
Yeah, how dare a giant sun is ablazoned across his chest, and his shield. Anyways, he just goes, no. As far as I've been able to tell, Pelor has always been a celestial. I believe one of the first to make contact, but I don't quite know. That information is vastly skewed. Anyways, I believe what I was trying to say was Pelor was against. Perhaps even the one that destroyed the city in the end. I also laughed at your comment earlier with the flattening. It's not the first flattening, though I doubt he would like to admit it, but Pelor was one of them. Did his own flattening.
The war that I had visions of.
Yes. That seems to be the Sundering, as far as I can tell. Not sure why.
Do you know?
Well.
Do you know what city was in this area?
That is very hard. The geography vastly changed during the Sundering.
If it got flattened, that makes sense.
Yes. I do believe that the Blooming Vale used to be a massive mountain range until it got shattered.
Oh. The woman who we met in Rosefall.
Yes.
She mentioned something about 20 years ago.
20 years. Ah, yes. There's quite a few events that happened.
Yeah, your mom. I'm just not saying that it's your mom because that just sounds like bad.
Yeah.
Your mama's so big.
He just goes, ah, yes. Believe. Potentially, but I know about that.
Which is?
How about I ask a question?
By all means.
And he looks away from you, Amethyst, and towards you, Atim. Actually, no, he would look towards Amdrus.
Oh, beans.
And he goes, I did not quite get your name.
Go through the Rolodex.
Yeah.
Do you give a name or do you just not reply?
I'll just smile real wide and be like, ask your question.
Fair enough.
Was that your question?
That was not a question, no. That was a statement. My question is, you asked about the Shifting Tides, the Rogue Thieves Guild, right?
Sure. To the best of my knowledge.
Seems like you have quite a lot of knowledge of that, considering you recognize the symbol, not of the Shifting Tide, but it is a symbol of a Hydra. But I can sense you know that.
I've had passing dalliances with the guy, yeah.
Woman.
Person. Creature. Abyssal horror of the deep.
Primordial.
Primordial horror of the deep.
Sure. There's no really deep in the water plane. It's just all water. Anyways. I can sense that there is a inkling of her power in you.
Mm-hmm.
And I also know that you murdered Gar.
Well, he killed my girlfriend, so he had it coming.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry.
Actually, I killed Gar.
Right, she killed Gar.
We were just
I
there.
assisted
He killed my sister. He had it coming.
my girlfriend.
He looks at both of you. Oh. Well,
It's a family affair.
apparently. He just says, oh god. We talk so much and my ADHD is awful. You didn't really answer him? Yes?
No, not really.
Okay.
He was like,
Alright.
you killed Gar? And I was like, I helped. She killed Gar.
Well, I meant like, yeah,
Oh, do I know about Old Hydra? I said I've had passing dalliances with
Yeah.
Old Hydra.
that's true. Well, looks to you, Atim. And an urgency. Quite rare.
Wink. Wink, wink. Quite.
You too have a strong presence to a primordial.
I snap back to Atai.
Well, of course. I was born with it.
Oh,
Maybe it's
that
Maybelline.
too, I would understand. But no, not what I meant. My question, how did you come in contact with Yansibian?
What?
I mean, he reached out to me a couple times, actually. I felt like, why not?
So you're not wrong, but you're not telling everything. So make a
Go with the
persuasion
wind.
check. Persuasion check.
21.
21. Okay.
Work?
Okay. He just goes, huh. I understand a calling towards, but a calling to. You must be someone quite important. That intrigues me more. Any
Get them
inkling of why?
Not sure.
Hmm.
But you're not the first. Tell me that.
Fair enough. And he kind of looks at the rest and looks back to you, Amethyst, and goes, well, what was your question? Because I forgot.
20 years ago.
Ah, yes.
20 years ago?
There was a tragic event.
While this is while
Yeah,
he's
20
explaining
years
what,
ago, like 20 years ago when I was found in the forest.
while he's explaining this, I do want to just kind of casually walk up to Amethyst, just standing next to her again.
Yeah, he doesn't seem
That's it. Nothing crazy.
bother. As long as you're not like attacking him, he seems fine.
No. Just very I'm done over here. I'm gonna go back to like backing up Amethyst.
Yeah, that's fine. He looks to you, Amethyst, and goes, well, there was a tragic event. There's a lot of death, destruction, lost plenty of knowledge. But a ritual, I guess you could call it. A spell, unlike others, was casted. And I have a feeling it... Do you know what the butterfly effect is?
Yes.
We love butterflies.
He just goes,
I am.
I assume, the nature of this spell, of this ritual, probably rippled its way to these keepers. It was not unlike yours.
What do you mean?
It was a merging of two souls. Though it seemed much more drastic. Killed many people, destroyed many a tome. I believe they are still struggling to catch up after all these years. Have you ever heard of the Lyphia?
I assume no.
Lyphia Runaria? No?
Yes.
Ah. Yes. Well, happened there. That's all I can say.
What would that have to do with the Kalishtar besides the fact that it was a merging?
I don't know. Well, I have an inkling of an idea. But I don't know how true the theory is.
At this point, I'm running on all theories.
As do most of us that study the Age of Transcendence, trying to piece together what is left, guess the rest, theorize where we can.
I mean, me being able to merge was just a theory, and I'm still here, so...
Yes, quite. Well, like I said, there was 3 cities. One of which I feel like might have a connection. Their suffix is quite similar, at least if I'm reading the ancient text right. Like I mentioned, there was the city of Ishtar, Cal Ishtar. There was also the city of Cal Donaria. I'm assuming I don't need to help you figure out where I came to the Lyphia Ronaria, then.
And this is all that you know about, I assume?
I know some more. How much more would you like to know?
What would it cost you? What
Well,
would I had a moment
Yeah.
of Amethyst.
Well,
Atayim asks him what would it cost us and almost has a heart attack.
I have
Like-
been, yeah. You just,
Like,
well,
whoa.
I have been quite kind. Your friends do not like straight answers, and I gave you more than I should have.
Well, babe, I'm not straight.
Damn boy.
Yeah.
That is obvious.
Anything but straight. I feel like the wind, darling.
Are you still connected with Sholar, the new head of the Shifting Tides?
That's on y'all to answer. I'm not making that choice.
Kind of looks at everybody.
That is an Amdrus and Atayim. I feel.
We're friends, you could say.
Right, but you are still
owes
in
us a
connection,
favor.
yes?
Yes.
I know you have been
Yes.
prior. I have had conversations with him. There was a point where I
Yes.
was an emissary, if you could say, the Shifting Tides.
What do you need from Shalak?
Yes.
Oh, well, I was just getting my facts straight. Have you talked to him recently?
Not since you've been down here.
Not since we left, actually.
Well, hopefully he is still fine then. Haven't talked to him in a while. Heard other rumors.
Can we? What rumors? Hold up. Rumors
Why-
about Shalak?
Why would he not be fine?
Oh, of
Yeah.
plans set in motion. Anyways. Are you sure you would not like to meet?
Turns
around.
around.
Sure,
honey.
Yeah. Hey, Shalar.
Baby
honey,
girl?
sweetie. Hey, baby girl.
I have a
going on?
strong feeling he'd like, points to you at him. The blue one. What was her name, by the way?
The Prince of Air.
That is a title, not a name. Like Mud Wizard. Could be mine.
It's much more preferred.
Insight check. Does he know we call him Mud Wizard?
Sure, make an insight check.
Preferred.
Shocked this is the first one this whole conversation.
Yeah, well.
It's a 23. No, sorry,
23.
22. I can't do math. It's 19 plus whatever.
Sure.
3. 22.
Yeah, 22. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't, as far as you can tell, he doesn't know. You don't know if he knows you call him that, but other people do, and clearly he calls himself that, so he seems
God,
unbothered by
By the
this
name.
nickname that was granted to him,
Cool.
or title, I guess.
Tell me
Cool,
the
cool,
rock
cool.
mage.
I'll stare at him for a little bit,
He won't break eye contact.
and
with
then I'll just be like, Atayim, at your service. And then I will bow.
you. I am glad more of you are quite polite and no manners. Mirage, the son, if you had not gotten that.
A pleasure to meet you.
Perhaps one day, if this goes well, we can talk. I would love to know more of this connection you seem to have.
I want to like sidebar Amethyst real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to whisper real low. She'll be like, "Listen, I got Joel to back off, promising him that we'd beat this man's ass into the ground after you were finished with him. You just give the signal."
Are you saying this
And
out
we'll-
loud?
Yeah, you don't have mind
No, no,
linked,
no.
so you're not
We-
mind
we're
I'm
linked.
not
I'm like whispering.
Whispering.
I'm like, I guess, yeah. I just want to sidebar her. My back is to her, and I'm speaking my back is to Mirage,
Sure.
and I'm speaking very low
Sure.
to.
Make
to
a, I guess, stealth check. It's gonna be
Okay,
that or
is
like
it still with disadvantage? Because I'm not moving. I'm not trying to be like.
no.
Like
This is
sneak. Okay, cool.
this is you just trying to be quiet and stealthy about
Got
it.
it.
Yeah, your disadvantage only comes from your armor, so that's
God,
when you're like,
I love this die. Natural 20.
okay, for a total of
24.
24.
Hey, you're actually using your dice. We were just talking
Yeah,
before you got here that we were going to remind you to not use it.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm using my lucky duck
Digital
die.
Ooh. It was after Aurora mentioned ducks.
Yeah.
In response to his comment, I would say I'd say like intriguing. I'm sure I could find many interesting things about what you know as well.
And he kind of like nods, and as far as you can tell, he seemed very genuine. But Amdrus, you whispered to Amethyst.
Yeah, I did.
I just had,
I just whispered like, let us know when we can, because we'll bring the fucking thunder the second you say so.
she'll just give like a small nod.
Cool. I want a hard turn over back to Mirage. Be like, well, Mirage, how can you assist us with Marlos? Because clearly I would love to stop him from doing whatever he's doing, and maybe we can help you find a position of power up in here.
Well, if you'd like, I can bring you there.
If I might inquire,
Yes.
to what end is the nature of this communion?
That's a great question. That's a beautiful question.
That is quite a good question. I can bring you to him. I don't expect him to be very happy being interrupted, but... And don't take this as a way of previous actions. I just note Marlos. He looks to you, Joel. He goes, perhaps if you stay in the back, and a team it was, perhaps you lead. I have a feeling he'll like you. And I know he will not like a cleric of Pelor. Not a fan, he is. Some ancient grudge, as far as I can tell.
Just walks into the next room. Darling! Marlos! It has been some time. How are you?
I think I've had dreams of Marlos.
I've had dreams, full stop.
That is interesting. What do you think?
I had dreams of hearing Ogremok's voice and a war and of an elven man.
Well, your start of that was not very strong, but the end quite. Tell me about these wars.
Fuck it, I'll just encode thoughts and I'll just show him the whole dream.
Beautiful. And he will gladly touch that.
Before I let him touch it,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, I don't dream. So the fact that this is even possible is very
intriguing. Why don't you dream? Is it to
since
do
the merging.
the merging? Ah. And yet you get visions, at least, yes? So that
Occasionally.
must be
and
what this was.
Occasionally. But I will send it over to him.
Okay. And he will touch it, and you'll see his eyes kind of glaze over again before he lets go and just goes, that is very interesting. Marlos,
Before you send it over to him, Atayim tries to like get a finger in there.
I'll let Atayim just touch it. Fuck it, you can see the
Ashim's
whole
over
thing.
there now. It's like, yeah. And you'll get flashes of, if you remember,
It was like a war council room.
yeah, you saw
other
this
elves, and
beautiful
it got-
elven kind of domed
Yeah.
building, war council, like this round table. A lot of very like long-eared elven, super official looking, like very nice robes, all kind of talking about something. And you're kind of seeing it. The first one you were seeing low down as if you were younger, or at least shorter. To these, and you were ushered out, and then there was another one, I believe, where you could kind of see more eye level to a lot of them. They seem to be arguing, and then the next one, it was like crashed in and destroyed, and you saw bodies and felt anger, if I remember correctly. And then I don't remember what else was it. It was just, this was a while ago.
So long ago. This was in Rosefall, I think. Or no, this was
your
when we
first night
got
here. Yeah, it was your first night before you found the Medusas.
Yeah.
That you guys just
Plural?
left. Whoops. You weren't supposed to know there was more than one. That's okay.
Yikes.
It's too late.
We would have fucking died.
Almost.
We were rolling that day? Yeah.
Yeah, that was where Zephyr immediately turned to stone, and Joel also and had to use 2 luck points to get out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe that was it. And then do you show him also like the dreams of the Black Geode and him talking, lifting up a warhammer and shit, like Marlos? And Ogremok talking to you?
Sure.
As far as you know. Okay, I'm just asking if that's...
Yeah. Fuck it. We ball.
Yeah, and he just kind of says, huh. So you have seen the Black Geode. It's quite... From what I can tell, that is quite literally what happened. So you can see not just visions, but memories. Yes? And not just of... I would assume, your soul? Hatara, you called it? Yeah?
Yes. Even though any visions or memories of hers are very long faded.
Makes sense. If I theorize who she was, been 1,000 years? Maybe more. Well,
She's respected, at least.
that is interesting. That gives quite a different view of Marlos. Perhaps he is right. And he's not just too far gone.
I wouldn't assume so. We found some pretty chaotic sprawlings. I think it was a hit list.
Oh, you've been to his room.
Oh, is that what that was?
He typically stays down here, but once in a while, he has to go back.
Is Zaina on this list because she directly opposes Ogremok?
Most likely. I do not know this list, so...
Oh, you want to see? Let me pull it up.
God, I'm so tempted to ask about Asherin. I want to ask about Asherin so bad. Should I?
Do it.
There was another name on there.
Oh, yes, I forgot entirely. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, you know that lady
I forgot
that's
that
like
she's
calling
not just
for help?
like, you know,
Yeah.
a previous character.
There was a name that was difficult to read. But we got it.
That's good.
Asherin?
Asherin. I do not know an Asherin, particularly. Anything more to go off of?
I look to everyone else who seems to know who the fuck this girl is.
I will say it did write.
Oh, did it?
It did
I
have her
thought it
title.
just said Asherin.
It had her title, didn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. Right? No.
The,
Well, maybe it didn't.
I thought it did.
Right. I don't think it did because I think someone had
Yeah.
to make a check.
Hatara did it.
Oh, Hatara did it.
Yeah.
Right. So then you would know.
I would?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because Hatara gave
Oh,
you that.
right!
Yeah,
I
it's
forgot
in your
about
head.
Gave you all the information.
She's an archfey.
Ah. Then yes, I most likely know who that is, yes. I did not know the particular name. She doesn't like her name being said. I didn't even know Malos knew it.
What would he want with an archfey?
Perhaps you ask him that.
Then I have one last question.
Of course.
You seem to know a lot about different planes.
It is a focus of study for mine. Yes.
I'm going to use Encode Thoughts one more time.
Okay.
And I'm going to show him the vision of when I died. And when I made a deal with Hatara.
Okay. Okay. That was so long ago, I'm actually going to have to look this up. Because I know I have it written down.
I mean, I can probably find it real
I have it here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I actually have this one ready because
Oh.
I have my obsidian up, so it's easy to grab stuff
Oh,
instead of looking for another
Notes.
document. Yeah.
Why are you staring at me like that?
Because
I'm
we're
gonna
in an
take a
intense
picture
moment.
because she just like won't stop staring at me, and she's been there for like 10 minutes.
Okay, now we'll look at that too.
Human.
Ooh,
I require
okay.
something
That makes sense. Okay. You'll see him think about it a bit and goes, well, as far as I could tell, that seems to be perhaps an aftermath of a battle in the Sundering. Based on your own thing, it seemed familiar. Seemed like it was destroyed. It only makes sense if you're getting memories of this Hatara. Do you have a last name? I assume not.
Like me or Hatara?
Oh, Hatara.
Hatara?
You just get a frustrated uncertainty. Like she doesn't remember, and she should.
She doesn't remember.
Ah. All right.
All I know is she was very respected. Is very respected.
Well, that seems to align with a theory of mine. So yes, that makes sense.
We were supposed to be a priestess of the newborn Kalishtar.
Okay. To be a priestess, don't you need to have a patron? You're not a princess. You're a priestess. Wouldn't that mean of somebody? No?
Would I know anything? Do you want me to roll, or...?
You have not. You have no
No.
idea. As far as you know, it was just of the Kalishtar.
As long as I could remember, they were just training me to be a priestess of the people of the Kalishtar. When I merged with Hatara, I was the first. And it was almost like our, oh god, what's the word I'm looking for? Like ceremony.
Well, clearly they were not telling you everything.
I mean, they also tested us for psychic compatibility, but I mean, that's besides it.
That is probably the idea of a strong mind can hold true, the power of such a powerful mage, or at least the soul, the echo.
Well, bitch, do I got news for you, because I got so many voices in this brain.
He just goes, I assume most could not. But that is just an assumption. Again, I would be more than willing to go ask. perhaps maybe you want to think about it. Shall we go to Marlowe's, or do you need to get ready?
I'll look at everyone else.
I just have one question. Will you be assisting us with Martyrs, or are you just gonna dip out as soon as you make introductions?
Oh, I will be in the room, yes.
No. Will you be assisting us, or will you be assisting Marlos?
In talking to him?
Yes. If things were to devolve into a more physical altercation,
Well,
where would you fall?
where my research leads. So that depends on you, I guess. Simple as that. I am here for my own reasons. They are not necessarily the same as yours or Marlos's.
Well,
I mean, I can show you exactly what I remember from the mountains and offer you as much learning potential and research, even if you don't assist me with it.
I mean, I would not shy away from that.
Then perhaps when everything starts happening, if you suddenly take your leave,
Are you going to encode thoughts and give him now? Is that what you're saying?
I'm going to start doing that,
Mhm.
waiting to see if he is catching my drift.
Make a persuasion check.
Disadvantage.
Okay. In the meantime, I think I'll tell you what. Just ask.
17.
I guess plainly.
Yeah.
Is Marlos absolutely necessary for your research, or is there a way that we'd be able to assist? Sans the prophet.
Well, I do not know the extent of your powers and connections, but as far as I can tell, he has a very direct line to much
And I have-
information.
And Zaina lives rent-free in my head.
New turn of phrase coined here and now.
He just goes, must be busy.
You have no idea.
What'd you get for your persuasion?
17.
17. Okay, he goes,
can I offer the help action?
perhaps.
Yeah, I'll also just throw in anything I know about Ohydra. Anything information I can provide to you as well is yours.
Also,
Oh, I know plenty of Ohydra, though. Thank you.
if it's worth anything,
Any?
my father is the Wizard of Kaiban.
Get it?
Now that.
There it is.
Name
Could
drop.
be.
Trump card.
Eldar, right?
Yes.
Yes, I
Correct.
met him a long time ago. It's good to see that he has rised to what he wanted. Or at least close to. You can re-roll that persuasion.
Risen.
Just a straight roll.
28.
There we go.
Goes.
Come on, charisma people.
He just
18.
goes,
This man didn't stand a chance. The amount of cumulative riz in this room.
It was almost a 1. It glided and then just went to that 19.
He goes, well, perhaps that could be a deal, yes. If you find a, as I can't say the word, sufficient, there we go, and plentiful connection to the plane of Earth and all its wonders and information can be mine. through perhaps Eldar, or perhaps through you, then yes, perhaps we could make a deal.
Once this is over, perhaps I will talk with Zaina.
All right. And he puts out his hand, waiting for the ribbon.
And I will encode thoughts and say, this is from my memories of leaving and finding my way to the port. I don't remember where the name of the port. I'm sorry.
Silver Car Port.
Yeah, that one.
Silver Car Port. Sorry, I said that. All right.
But that'll be like,
Okay.
I just let him know that, and
Awesome.
I will show him the direct path that I took.
Okay. And he will kind of get these flashes. Do you show like the runes and everything?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I will show him like from point of leaving to point of
Yeah.
arriving in the port.
Okay.
Just imagine during all of this, Joel is seething, just waiting for the moment,
Yeah.
He just
and
goes.
we're all over here just risen.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, baby girl? How you doing?
All right. He just kind of goes.
Mud whisper.
Well, I think I might know where potentially that could be. The ruins do seem quite ancient. It could be from the Sundering. Perhaps it's one of the cities. Lost, undiscovered. That's an interesting thought. Anyways. Shall we go meet Marlos then?
Good if everyone else is.
I'm ready when you are. And I'll look at Joel, and I'm gonna like tamp it down, Joel. Like just saying, like
Breathe.
Shove it down.
He'll speak in Terran. As that elemental has not stopped looking at you towards, and he goes, "It is fine. Back to your duties." I need one of you to roll me a d20, and I need one of you to roll me a d100, please.
I'll roll the D100, I guess.
Coco, roll the 20.
Okay.
28. The same
My
as my
man.
persuasion.
Ayo.
Oh.
And what's the 20?
No.
16.
Okay. All right. You all kind of feel this like kind of rumble through the walls and the floor, like in the cave or whatever. Kind of similar, but nothing other than that. And he just goes, It seems Marlos is getting close to finishing. So if you want to do this interruption, we should do it now.
Lead
Lead the
on.
way.
And I will follow right behind.
He'll just like, as he's walking, he'll just say, just be careful. He is quite formidable.
Expect nothing less.
But yeah.
Also, side question: what's up with that Gorax?
Huh?
What?
Oh, is that the
Gorax?
thing that ate our money?
That's the thing that ate our money.
Oh yeah.
What's up with the Gorax?
Yeah, he ate a bunch of my rocks. You ate a lot of my rocks.
Hold on.
I'd love to know that, like, of all the information this
Yeah.
mud wizard knows nothing about Gorax.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
What are you talking about?
I couldn't tell you. What
That guy just
Borax?
like is squatting.
He just goes, the zone. Yes. It seems to be a pet of Keltar. He seems infatuated by it. Couldn't tell you more than that. He likes
so
to...
like a thing, or
Perhaps. I never really thought to ask. He does not seem to bother him.
Coming back, we're killing him.
He like looks to you, Joel, and kind of just goes, for a cleric, you seem very ready to fight. It is quite amusing.
We've been through a lot.
I wasn't talking to you.
You are now.
I'm gonna reset
Oh.
up
Fuck off.
This is going so well.
I'm gonna reset up mind
Seriously.
link and telepathy and all that
Yeah.
pizzazz.
Okay. I assume not with
No,
Mirage
God, no.
and I just wanted to ask. Okay. Well, with that, as we were walking away, that was a very long conversation.
I'm so sorry.
That is okay. We will hit our break.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
And we will come to with a potential meeting with the prophet.
I'm so
That's
scared.
gonna be fun.
And beat
I'm
his
so
ass in. It's fine. Get ready for a long one, y'all. We're here till 1 a.m.
All right.
Penguin's like,
Penguin's
Penguin's
just like,
yeah, that's
it's in
my
like 30
normal
minutes with
day.
Penguin.
I know, we're done in like 30 minutes.
Anyways, we will be back shortly. Grab something to eat, grab something to drink, and yeah, we won't make it too long.
Short one.
smoke so bad.
Short.
Didn't say he was not ready all of a sudden. So
Cat's like, look at my butthole.
I know. Oh my god.
Beautiful butt.
All of my shit.
Needs attention.
Oh, I forgot to change off
What?
the battle music. Whoops.
Where
Oh, I
are
did
you?
try to turn it off before, and it did not.
What? She's just yelling at me. What do you want?
Just
Here.
fix this. We are half waiting for fire, yes, so I will.
I can't
Fix
pet you
this.
over there.
My lord. Anywho,
Cat's
welcome back,
rolling.
everybody.
She's rolling around on the floor, screaming, and I'm like, "You're like in the hallway."
Yeah.
Fucking cat.
Okay. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. If you missed the first half, probably want to go back. There was a lot of lore drop and a lot of tension and a lot of drama, and it was great. And I kept on losing the goddamn accent, but that's okay.
I just noticed your stream title, and I love it.
Yeah, I thought it was punny.
Here for it.
Anyways. Anywho, we had a wonderful conversation with Marlos. Or not Marlos.
Mirage.
Mirage. And heading to Marlos. I jumped ahead of my thought process there. As he is bringing you to this Black Geode in the middle, or nearing the end of his communion, if you will. Is there anything you guys are doing? You guys are all linked telepathically as you guys are walking. Anything specific you want to discuss, or if not, I can.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's worth using seeming on Joel. If we're
Okay.
worried about him being pissy about Pelor.
So bright.
I was gonna say, can we just throw like a big old cloak over Joel and stick him in the back?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, Joel wears a cloak. Anyway.
Sorry, like
We
a
mean,
full
like you're now
mysterious
you're now
stranger.
bedsheet ghost.
Yes.
You're a bedsheet ghost.
Remember when you were a ghost? Like that.
Ghost.
Remember that month we tried to get you back?
Yeah. It was almost like a year ago.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it was. With this
Time
layout.
is fake.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Well, Mirage starts leading you guys back where you guys came from. So doing like a, oh god.
I guess
Going
I'll
this
pull
way,
my
kind of thing?
cloak all the way down to cover my face, and I'll keep my shield and everything like kind of hidden. I'll even like hide my Pelor pin, so I'll look as less Pelory as possible.
Sure. Yeah. So he kind of heads. You guys kind of heading back up into this little room and back into this like
Invisibilize him.
armory
Yeah.
thing place. As you're walking, you'll see the dwarf kind of look over as Mirage just kind of is leading, and like these 5 people go through, and he just like looks really confused. And Mirage just kind of waves his hand and keeps on going, and they don't say anything. They don't do anything.
I'm going to, as we're walking,
Mhm.
look directly at those eyes.
Make a perception check.
Or just look for where they were.
And then keeps on walking across and is walking this way.
Never mind, that's a third 9.
Never mind. That's a 9. Yeah, you don't even see the one you had seen before, which was
Okay.
technically there, but they seem to have shifted or moved, or you don't really quite remember, or maybe they're still there and you just can't tell. But yeah, as you guys are walking across, leading up here. Oh shit, wrong button. I almost just hid more by accident. You can see this kind of tunnel begins to kind of very gradually start to rise up, and then it seems to split two separate ways, kind of widens and then splits. One kind of heading, or not gradually up, gradually down. And you can see one kind of following the thicker tunnel leads further down, and the other one kind of stays a bit on level. To the thing. As you see this kind of intersection. With that, he keeps on heading further down, kind of the north path. And I should have had this up. Oh, I did. I'm smart. I did it already. Fine. You can see that this cavern begins to open up into a very large, like high, like vaulted ceiling cavern. You can see it's supported by 6 kind of natural stone columns with crystals growing and protruding from the ceiling, as well as these columns to kind of give this like green glow against everything. It kind of gives this almost like eerie sense to it, much brighter than everywhere else you have seen, and much like larger and thicker crystals, though not as crazy as the crystal cavern.
As we're walking, I would like to call back Nimbus from his momentary disappearance.
Yes. Yeah. I assume you'd want him turning or going back to invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. As it opens up to this large kind of cavern, you can see. Right, it's not somebody you can hear. You can hear as you're descending into this. You can hear distantly, kind of getting a bit louder from the like tunnel to the northeast there. This like constant sound of stone kind of grinding against stone. That's kind of rumbling and grinding. That just starts to get louder and louder. Beautiful.
She just blends in with my shirt.
I was gonna say I almost didn't notice her until I saw the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I can give you a little Nimbus. So he's out, and you can see him and move him.
Nimbus.
Where you wanna go? Okay.
That's my baby.
Um,
Time to get a little ninja. Little thief.
little ninja, little thief.
Oh, yeah.
And as Mirage is kind of heading up, he kind of just ignores the majority of this cavern and just starts kind of curving into this tunnel that you hear the louder you get closer to that grinding. Oh shoot, I did not have a picture ready for this. Oops, that's fine. As you guys are kind of, I guess you don't need to follow the map. It's fine. As you can see, the tunnel gets a bit tight, but it like a single file almost kind of tight, and it begins to descend pretty rapidly. Like not steep enough where it's dangerous, but it starts to kind of go down for probably another 60 or so feet, heading further and further down. You can see that it begins to kind of open up. And there's these kind of thick crystals still within this tunnel, and it doesn't get darker. It just stays that kind of bright. If not, almost seems like it's getting brighter, almost like it's daylight on the other side of this tunnel that you're heading towards. And as you guys kind of round a corner, you see it begins to open up. The ground begins to have these like almost like a pathway, like stone blocks that kind of make a bit more stairs as it kind of descends kind of sharper, and then following a path up. Amethyst is immediately recognizable. As you see, yes, as you see a massive cavern open up, so big that at the edges it almost looks like it opens up to sky, but it's just filled with this kind of like these like large crystals and stalagmites and this kind of haze to it around. You can see it opens up much higher than any of the other ones, with these like large crystals sticking down from the roof. You can see that the full like kind of almost like alien landscape, like it just seems so not normal. Seems to almost kind of like twist weird, like it has these like weird twisting columns, like natural columns that seem to be like supporting these like this massive ceiling. Again, that long path that kind of winds and cuts through this like uneven ground, like rocky. It even seems to have some kind of like grass or moss in some places. Like it like looks like you just almost stepped outside. All the way at the back, probably hundreds of feet away, you can see a like massive stone like monolith like rising up from the ground, with these kind of, you can see the path leads right up, like right to it and up a bit, and you can see that it kind of again rises up and then it has this almost like circle, like almost the ground itself has arms that wrap around what looks like a massive stone floating in the center of it, and it is rolling and grinding, and it is the source of this thunderous grinding sound at this point, or noise. You can see rocks are kind of floating around it that have broken off of this large monolith, or perhaps are floating together to connect it. You're not really sure. Again, the crystals here are bigger than you've ever seen. They are like very I want to say refined almost, with these kind of spiked pillars that stick out, and I will post a picture after, and I apologize, I forgot to get that ready. And you guys, especially you, Amethyst, feel this like immense pressure and power to this room, similar to when you found Gar, kind of with that like water sphere. That similar like immense magic, immense like power in that room is kind of felt here as well, but it almost seems to be amplified, and you can see the crystals almost seem to be kind of almost glowing, undulating in a sense, as if he's in the middle of something. You can see all the way at the end, at this large like monolith, stands two hold on, I thought it was two elementals. It is not. It is two elemental, again with that like copper or iron armor, kind of similar to the one that Mirage seemed to have under his command, kind of flanking the base of this, kind of looking towards you guys as Mirage kind of is just leading you down the path. He has been here many a times, and he doesn't seem to be in awe of the insanity that is this cave. And you can see at the base of it, with arms up, a kind of taller, lithe figure with what looks like probably was once very decorative and nice armor, but it almost seems to be a bit ragged, a bit torn down. It almost looks like it was maybe plate mail at one point, but it's missing some parts. And you see, as this person's head there, long white hair, as it seems unbothered. You can see it is messy and kind of tangled, but also braided, with a kind of sense of pristine gone lost, like kind of gone, or unkemptness, I guess. Anything you guys are doing?
I'm gonna let this Mirage guy take lead. He said he was gonna introduce us.
Am I getting any Kalishari vibes from this man?
Like how?
I see white hair and I panic.
I mean, you see white hair, yes.
I can.
Anything you were doing specifically to see, or are you just trying to look at him closely?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm just trying to see if like there's any kind of similar energy I would have noticed from like other Kalistars.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Ayo, Hitara, this guy one of us? Oh, that's so sad.
Oh,
13.
could have been a natural 20. As you guys kind of get closer, everybody, including you, Amethyst, kind of looking at this, you can see he does seem to have this almost like to the bit of his hands that you can kind of see, or his arms, you can see what looks like kind of a darker skin tone, and these like very long pointed ears, longer than most elves that you've seen. As you guys are walking up, and Amethyst, you don't seem to notice anything at the moment. His back is turned to you and he's looking away, but you are watching carefully for him to turn around and what color his eyes might be. And as you get closer, almost like resonating with the whole room, this figure speaks in Elvish. Sorry.
I translate for Amdrus.
Cool. And Joel, I think, also doesn't know. But yeah.
Sorry, I forgot that you don't have.
As he speaks, my right hand, what are you doing back so soon? Like unmoving. And you'll see Mirage just kind of clear his throat and goes, well, I have some wanted guests. And as he's kind of like focused on this, you'll see him begin to kind of turn, but kind of keeping that like connection as he kind of half turns, and you see the like very sharp features of an elf. And he's got this kind of like bronze or like tarnished copper look that almost seems to like look metallic in some places, and like kind of turning a little bit of green in kind of like along the kind of jawline, and maybe on the cheekbone. He's got highlights. Sorry, just thought of that. And as he turns, you will see
he's oxidizing.
He's oxidizing, yeah. You'll see as he kind of turns and shifts, dark eyes.
Okay.
Not the whites, but almost like a black where the white should be. And piercing from these black, like dark eyes is a sickly emerald green.
Fuck off.
As he looks towards, almost with this like, and they almost seem to be pulsing with the kind of undulating glow of everything. As he turns and looks, and you'll just see kind of going from this like very like focused and almost not fully there look as he looks at all you, and you just see this like horrible grin like crease way too far on his face, and he just says, I've been waiting. That's good. And you'll see him drop his arms, and all of that kind of glowing just kind of stops, and there's kind of this that immense pressure is there, but that like sense of like shifting and like like it seems to lessen, I guess, as he like fully turns, and you'll see on the ground as he turns, he like moves, and you'll see this beautiful, intricate, and pristine war pick kind of resting on his, like, he's kind of like the head of it is on the ground, and he's like holding it almost as if it's like a cane as he kind of like hunches slightly. Amethyst, it is recognizable. You have seen this in his dream when you lift it up. You can see immediately, you guys have seen a lot of it, that kind of primordial runic look to it. You can see it is embedded with these kind of like emerald crystals. It is, for how like kind of tattered his armor looks, it is like newly bought almost. As he looks towards all of you, and you almost get this like pressure when he looks at you, like just his gaze like pushes you more further into the ground.
His gaze, you say?
His gaze. As he looks over all of you, I would like to know where you all stand.
I am directly behind.
Are you guys single file? Did you kind of fan out a bit? There's a lot of room.
I feel like Amethyst is like not like kind of like off to the side from Mud Wizard.
Mirage.
Thank you. Brain no work. Like not beside him, but like kind of just like a step or two back.
Okay.
But visible.
Same with you, Ateem, just kind of probably on the other side. Okay.
I would be standing behind Amethyst.
Okay.
I'm gonna be closer to the back.
Okay.
I'd be all the way in the back, like planned.
Okay.
Barely entered the room.
Yeah, Joel standing in the doorway like a vampire.
Yeah, like hundreds of feet back. Like
I need permission.
Yeah. I would like all of you to roll perception checks, please.
Come on. Come on now. Come on.
Oh, that's great. 10.
All right. It's all right.
18.
10,
17.
18, 17. Joel.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Amdrus.
Sorry, what was it?
Perception.
Perception.
Okay. 16 plus 9, 25.
25. Okay. Amethyst, what did you get? Sorry. 10?
10.
Okay. There's a lot of thoughts going through your head. As he kind of turns and looks to you, Joel, what did you get? I'm sorry.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, right? Yeah, okay. So everybody, other than Amethyst, sorry, would kind of notice as he kind of turns and grins, like some of his hair kind of falls unkemptly, like in front of his face.
Just falls out.
Just falls right out. But he kind of like holds himself kind of hunched and kind of his eyes.
No, you're good. Sorry.
His eyes seem like wild and wide as it looks at you, and you sense that like that manic in the writing very much there. Ateem, what did you get? I'm really 17. Okay, and Zephyr got the 18. Gotcha. Amdrus, you notice that there are a lot of like his skin again that looks like that tarnished look, and like almost seems to be like slightly like taut against his skull. You can see clear signs of like elderly age, which is for a full-blooded elf means he's very old. And elves in my world, just as a friend, usually don't live past like 400, 430, 500, like that kind of range would be like the 80 to 100 range for us humans. So to see like an elf like seeing that age, he's got to be upwards to 400 to 430 years. But you notice kind of in his hair, there are strips of blonde. Like his hair has gone white with age. Amethyst, you don't notice that. You're still freaking out. Who's... I say Joel and Amdrus, you guys are the one that are proficient in history, aka Amdrus is half proficient. Roll a history check for me.
Love to. 18.
18. Joel?
25.
25. I would say Amdrus, like, yeah, he looks like a wood elf. Joel, you can tell that a lot of this coloration, it does look like wood elf in nature, but you also know that there are, like, his ears are like too long, his features are too sharp. He almost seems more fey, like. Which is odd, but that's all I can give you.
I'll tell the group that.
Okay.
In my brain, of course.
I assume. Just like, yo, he looks fey. Just out loud.
Yo, he looks.
My Fadar is going off
There we go.
super hard.
And he,
Amethyst, let's go with breath. She's like, oh my god.
and he starts to laugh. And you recognize this, like, hearty, like, rising, almost manic chuckling to the night you spent. And you heard chuckling, maddening chuckling through the echoing of the cave. The night you spent in before you lied your way in and got turned to stone by a Medusa.
So yesterday.
So yesterday, yes. Yesterday morning, or yesterday night, I guess.
I guess like 2 nights ago.
Yeah. As he just kind of starts to laugh, the like echo bounces around this like massive chamber. Atim, there's a sense of familiarity to him. And as he laughs, he just says, "Good. You're here. Finally. I've been waiting for you." And he looks towards, like, across the group, I guess. But the two up front, getting the brunt of this kind of wide, glowing stare.
DM, is this in common? Or is it
Elvish.
still Elvish?
This would still be Elvish, yeah.
Copy. Thank
So-
you. I know I'm getting like a translation later, but
Yeah.
I just want to make sure
As he kind of starts to chuckle again, slightly. That's where we're going to end it. Because we'll go too much into things, and I don't want to go too far over. So, a great fun meeting with Marlos, and we'll see what comes to later on our 100th episode, which is so exciting.
Oh my god.
Wild.
I mean, knowing you guys, it probably turned to a fight right away, but that's fine.
Yeah, probably.
We'll
We're not-
let him do his speech first. It's fine.
Right. Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Will we?
I was gonna say, we'll see.
I really want to hear what
Joel,
he says.
Joel is raring for a fight right now. Like, we
But
just
don't
stopped
get-
the
don't
last
get
one.
I just
I don't think we'll be able to
I
stop
just-
another one.
I just want to hear what the lunatic has to say.
I mean, yes.
For
yes.
like, if anything, to let Liam or Aurora just pop
get
off
let it
with
out.
the
Stop
lunatic.
this man's government
Get
name
down.
on the internet.
I'm sorry,
I'll
I
just
didn't
cast
mean to.
silence again.
Oh
Fuck
my
it.
god,
Yeah,
no!
just silence
Good
again.
luck.
I just want to hear. I
Just-
just know
Oh,
that Aurora just wants to do this.
who got 20 or more on that perception check? It was Amdrus and Joel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would notice also, I forgot to mention this before I answer. Behind that like colossus thing, you can see multiple like larger crystals, like almost like a section of the wall has just crystallized into these like giant spikes of crystals as well, that like were glowing, or were not kind of like undulating like it was, but seem to have this kind of vibrating kind of glow to them. Amdrus, it doesn't look the same. That's all I'll say. As like
From the last one?
from the other crystals.
Okay.
Something, but it looks off. Maybe it's the color, maybe it's just the vibe. You're not sure, but it doesn't seem like it should be here. But yeah, with that, we will end it there. We will be back next Monday for our kind of Halloween. It's the day before Halloween, and our 100th episode, which is kind of exciting. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes.
I fucking told you we would dither all the way to 100 episodes. I don't know why you were stressed.
Well, as soon as you guys decided to go towards Mirage, I was like, yeah, we're fine. It was just more if you guys ignored him and then went straight here. I was like, okay, we'll see. But anyways, yes, we will be back next Monday. You dithered, you done it. And I will post a picture, and hopefully I will remember for next Monday to have the picture for the stream to see as well. But have a wonderful night, and go awake. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.